So there's been a lot of questions of how we went from a 92 single axle Ford dump truck automatic to 8 trucks in little to no time, probably 2 years. So basically, a lot of work, but we bought the Ford. All right, so we'll start from scratch. How it all started was we was sitting at the table one night. He was like, "We need a dump truck." So we found this thing. Actually, we're probably 30 minutes from where we live at. We had been looking for about a week or two. Roger called me and said, "I found one," and he told me it's low miles and everything, and I was like, okay. Figured we was gonna have to drive far, and we didn't. We started up the road, and it was just 10 minutes up the road. We get there. This truck had, don't get me wrong, this thing was like immaculate to be its age. It was 92, had the Brazilian Ford motor, diesel, automatic, but it only had 19,000 miles on it when we got it. And we bought it that day. We drove it and we was like, oh yeah, like the floor in it looked like it had never been stepped in. An airport bought it and never used it. So we bought it, started doing some excavation. It started to take off probably 5 months in. Then we started to get a little more into trucking. We got hooked up with a quarry, and then they wanted us to get a bigger truck. So started looking around and found a Mack, an 89 Mack, 7-speed maxi torque transmission. If any of you drove them, you know how much of a headache they are to drive. Got that, and it was also not far. It was probably 15 minutes up the road. We found it, bought it, started doing a lot more hauling then, a little less excavating. And we started full time for the quarry about, we just, there was some people there that worked there full time before, and they kind of told them to leave because they wanted us to do it. I'm not sure why exactly, but they did, which was good for us. But yeah, basically they just kept asking for more trucks. So then we ended up buying the W900 next. Yeah, the W900 next. We're probably 7 months into this now. Time frame then, 7 months in, bought it, and then it was really picking up. It's starting to pick up now. Like every day they're wanting 2 trucks every day, all the time. So I started looking on Facebook. That's what I was doing. How this company got big from talking to one guy, really. Just, I was on Facebook, and speaking of it, this guy actually asked me to come haul for him the other day, yesterday, again. I want to do paving because I like everything to be nice and clean, and I just can't stand for a truck to be nasty. Well, talked to this guy, and seen on Facebook this was like 2 hours away from us. He's needing to pave, and he needed us to come pay for him that day. And I texted him, I was like, yeah, I'll come pay for you. And he's a real good guy. I still like him, but I just couldn't help him this week because he wanted me to drive 4 hours away, and I can't do that. Well, talked talked to that guy. I went down there and paved that day. I was like, oh yeah, this is me. This is what I want to do. Well, came home, got on Facebook again, started looking for people that wanted to pave. Well, I found this guy from Roanoke. I'm not going to say his name, but I found this guy, lives near me. He contracts trucks under a large company, large paving company. They pave the interstate and everything. Well, go to pay for him, do it for a week, he asked for another truck. So by this time, we've already bought another W900. I left that out. By this time, we've already bought another W900. And I ain't gonna, long story short, we bought another one. I ain't gonna go through all the details of why we got it, obviously, because we had enough work to provide for it. So we got it, and the Mac basically right now is just a quarry truck because it's rough. We use it up there. Well, sorry, one of the drivers pulled up. Anyway, yeah, basically talked to this guy on Facebook, started hauling for him in Roanoke, bought the other truck. We was down there one day, and was talking to this guy. I heard him on the radio. He's like, yeah, man, I'd left over there, I'd worked all night, now I'm over here. And I was like, Well, I talked to him when we got to the plant. We was waiting to get loaded, asphalt. You wait all day, sit around, waiting in line. I was like, who do you haul for at night? He told me the company name, told me the boss's name actually. And I texted him, was like, y'all need another truck? He's like, send me your information. Sent it to him. We started working there a week later. So then I was like, all right, we're fixing to get really big. So started working there. Ended up buying another truck. Night shift though. It's night shift. So it's only half the year worth of work without like doing paving because it gets too cold here. But started doing that. Things was really picking up then. I mean, we had too much to do almost. Like not enough trucks and too much work. So that went on. We got through that. We, on top of all this, we're getting all kinds of private loads still from our original customers. Grading, excavating work. I mean, it's like impossible to do it all. Like, where there was so much, I was having to work all night and then wake up halfway through the middle of the day and start working again. But now, finally, we're getting to where we got enough drivers. I don't have to work night shift anymore, which I'm glad of. But, oh yeah, we also, in the middle of all this, bought a single axle, another single axle. But, basically, just talking to people is how we got this big. Bought this lot, I mean, just talked, and then we got this truck, obviously the one I'm in. I don't drive it. I'm just in it today. I was just driving it today. Yeah, basically just talking, just how we got so big. Then this year I talked to the supervisor, and he let me add another truck to day shift this year, so I got one on day, one on night over there paving. They want 4, really, but we just can't do it right now. We're in the process of getting another truck. But basically, that's how. I can. I'm gonna get out and show y'all what we've got. Everything's not here right now, but I can show y'all. This is the lot. There's the blue truck. There's that one. There's the gray truck, the International. So There's that. So, 16 acres. We bought it probably middle of winter. We're putting a shop right there. We just had there's no way you can park this many trucks at a house, so we had no choice. But putting a shop there, and basically that sums it up. Like I said, just speaking to people. That's what done it. Right now we was lucky that they're building power lines through the middle of town, so we've just been building the substations for them and paving during the day and night. So we got more than we can handle right now, and yeah, that basically just sums everything up. So I shortened it a lot more than what I made it sound a lot easier than what it actually is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people don't see, like working every single day, like Monday through Sunday. There's no day that you can't work. I mean, there's always something that there has to be done. Always. There's never a time that you can't work. Curry takes care of a lot of our stuff, like paperwork and all that stuff, so we don't have to worry about that. But there's a lot of stuff that people don't see that she does, and she's always busy. But yep, that's how we went from a 92 Ford dump truck to 8 trucks in 2 years. Just speaking to people, what done it? Hard work. Just keeping on going, not giving up when we didn't think we was going to have something to do. We'd be like, oh no, we're not going to have nothing to do, and then someone would call and we'd have so much to do that we couldn't handle it. Like, we didn't have enough trucks. Every time, just about every time. Every time. And now there's so much to do that we could buy 6 trucks and keep them busy right now. But yep, that's how it worked. So if y'all like this video and want to see more and hear more, sorry if I just couldn't think of it right off the bat. So, but if y'all are interested in seeing more, just let me know. I'll be glad to talk about and show you more stuff.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past.